see, the Democratic Party for who they really are. I hear both. You know what I'm saying? I've been hearing both. It's a good balance of both. What is
But
this?
tired enough to, make a stance. That's where I'm at with it. Like, because I hear, like you say, when you're talking to people, it's almost like 50-50, I would say, but the people that are tired, you are diehard Democrats for the most part. So are you tired enough to prove it, on your ballot? Meaning, not, vote for a Democratic candidate, write in reparations, write in Nat Turner, write something else. You know what I'm saying? Write it in your own name. I don't care, but you have to take some stance. You can't say you're tired, but then continue to repeat the same, cycle, because we're just, doing this and nothing is being done or moving, on behalf of our people.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, again,
So how
man,
tired are we is the question.
I do understand how powerful the media is, and like I said, they do have that on her side, at her disposal. They breaking the bank. You know what I'm saying? They got all of the celebrity bootlicks and all of that
Mhm.
stuff. And
And you notice,
that shit
what were
works on
they? Where were the celebrity bootlicks last night? I didn't hear from Auntie Luke. I didn't hear from Flies. I didn't hear from DL. I haven't heard anything from Roland Martin, big bald head ass. Like, none of these people say anything, about what happened at the, in Sacramento. No one said anything. These people have been loud and pushing for the Democrats, and it's your own Democratic Party that shut down a reparations bill, two reparations bills, and which is basically bills that are saying that we want to be lineage based, removing any language on there that says people of color, minority, and things like that. Is really just getting the language right. You know what I'm saying? And also, the bill is so that it's not a damn study. We're over that. You know what I'm saying? We need to get to business, basically, is what that bill is about. And the California Legislative Black Caucus basically got petty and got in their own feelings because they were not the ones who authored the bill. So since they didn't author the bill, basically they canned it.
hmm Yep. 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 And so we're gonna get into that in a minute, but we got our brother Jesse Paris in the building. I,
Uh,
I want to get this update on what's going on out there in Colorado, man. So
yeah, because it's crazy.
welcome back to the Godcast, my brother. Are you frozen? What's going on? I don't see you on
It
camera.
looks like it's still. There we go. Hey, Jesse. I don't hear him though.
Can't say nothing yet. Can you hear us, brother?
Hey, sorry,
Hey,
it's
how you
delayed on
doing?
my end. Hey,
That's right.
And do you have another device playing? I
yes, I
hear
can
like a
hear you, but not letting me on stream. Let me go out and come back.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I feel like it's either an echo or something else playing in the background.
yeah. That's what I'm wondering if he got another device where he's watching us on another device, maybe.
I agree with you, Timothy Taylor. They don't give a damn. Long as they getting their butter biscuits, they can, care less about the masses.
Right. Black celebrity Democrats do not care. Okay, yeah.
No, they don't. You remember they was all screaming out, stop Asian hate." Well,
Right.
shit. What the California legislative did was last night was hate against us. Why aren't they saying anything?
Because they black. Most of them. Let me see. Let me see if he good now.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Hey,
No, you sound good now.
peace, Black Power.
Peace.
B1 salute.
Be one.
The chat. Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
indeed, man. Welcome back to the Godcast, man. What's
Good to
going on
see
out
y'all.
there in
And it's
Colorado?
about a see y'all on the screen like this. So basically, it's voting blue no matter who policies that got us in this situation. I tried to
Right.
warn the people when I was running for mayor last year, like this is trying to avoid. They wanted to go with the white boy. They chose the white boy, Mike Johnson, who ran my neighborhood that I'm currently living in right now, Park Hill, into the ground with my nemesis, who was also running for mayor at the time. And dude, they just brought it on themselves. Like, you literally keep voting against your best interests.
Yep.
When you vote blue, no matter who, you're voting against your best interests. The Democratic Party has literally, like we've been saying for the longest, they've been taking our votes for granted. They've been thinking that, they got us hook, line, and sinker. It don't matter what they do, we still gonna go vote blue no matter who. And now the tide is changing. They see that. So now they're sending their shields, they bootlicks, they boule, they gatekeepers, to try to stifle out our movement, our message as the new black media. The signal boosters are the new black media as the new black media. Like Professor Black Truth says, it only exists because of you. So it's not just us that's speaking, it's you actually out on the ground that's applying what you're hearing to your daily situation. And you need to be focused on your local state. That's where the priority needs to lie. Not so much on the president. The president don't dictate your day to day, but your governor of your state does, your mayor of your city does, your city council, aldermen, all of that. So that needs to be the focus. So when I was running the campaign last year, I was really trying to make that the focus for the people here in Denver, but they spent $15 million. There was $15 million raised to completely stomp out my campaign. And when I didn't make the ballot, which I know was deliberate, it was definitely systematic by design, they made it where I didn't make the ballot, but the nemesis made the ballot. So long story short, they went with the white folks. They went with Kelly Brough, and they went with Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson, Kelly Brough went to the runoff. Mike Johnson ended up winning. Mike Johnson immediately went into implementing these sanctuary city, immigrant-friendly laws and ordinances and all that.
Hold on. So it wasn't sanctuary city before that?
It was sanctuary city per se. Like, if you ask them, they'll tell you this ain't a sanctuary city. But they have a big old banner in front of the city and county building that says, "We welcome immigrants.
Right.
We love immigrants. Immigrants are welcome here."
So
on the surface, in Denver and the whole state of Colorado, because both our governor and our mayor are in full support of that. So this is these Democrats. We have a Democratic-controlled House, a Democratic-controlled Senate, and a Democratic-controlled governorship. And all this is happening under Democratic misleadership.
So what is the new leaders there doing about those, Venezuelans?
They're not doing nothing. They lying through their.
I hear some feedback.
I'm sorry, the connection's real bad.
I think I'm echoing.
Yeah, the connection's good. No, it's on his end. I think it's on his end.
Is it better now?
Let me say something.
You sound fine right now.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
So are the police doing anything to try to arrest them?
No, even if they do arrest them, they just gonna release them. We got under the Biden-Harris administration, we have to keep emphasizing that. We got this catch and release policy. So they'll catch them and then they'll just release them back out. They're not doing nothing to really alleviate or solve the problem. Democrats, they cause problems and then they try to act like they're trying to solve them. And see, Aurora, up until recently was Democrat, now it's moving more Republican. So you got majority Republican city council, and the mayor in Aurora is Republican. But they work in cahoots.
That's right.
Johnson said, "Hey, y'all come right on here." He told them exactly how to get here. They're using that CP1 app to get here in the first place. And then you got Johnson telling them, "Hey, this is how you get directly here, just straight up I-25 from El Paso. That's how y'all get here." So they coming in the droves. We've had over 50,000 of these mugs move here in the past year alone. Last time I talked to y'all, I said it was about 20,000.
Right.
This is just what they report. It could be 100,000 of the mugs. But either way, they put them in our communities.
Right.
When they put the migrant shelters, they put them directly in our communities. When they put the facilities for them, they put them directly in our communities. And then those of us that spoke out against it, Oh, you're xenophobic. Oh, you just don't like the migrants.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this, and that. They try to shame, blame, and explain us because we're pushing back naturally against this invasion. Because that's what it is. We got to call it what it is, Black family. It's an
Exactly, by
invasion.
name.
And
It's
like
an,
the dump was saying, I mean, they give the dump so much hard time. I mean, I'm calling him the dump. But Trump, as a human shit, we want to make that perfectly clear. He literally said that there.
Nah, you good. I was just laughing.
We
oh,
seen
I
it
think
with
he's
Biden when he
frozen.
first had that meeting with them NAACP boots back in 2021, where he
Mm-hmm.
said, y'all need to learn to work with the Hispanics
Yep.
because they out. And at the time, we was like, what is he talking about? But now we can see it because they're literally causing the.
Yeah, the connection is going bad again. You was cooking for
Yeah.
a second there.
Right
The
now, they
connection
took out
is
ever since they
bad.
took out Hugo Chavez in 2013. It's been all downhill.
Hold on, brother Jesse. Hold on, brother Jesse, because yeah, the
Sorry,
connection.
I apologize. I'm not in the best.
Location.
It's all good though. We got the gist of what you were saying. We got the gist of what you were saying. I just wanted you to
Yeah.
confirm what was actually happening out there on the ground with that whole Venezuelan situation. But send us some information if you can, so we could do an official report on it here on
Yeah.
the
So with
Godcast.
the Venezuela situation,
So, Hothead Rico says, is the Hells Angels really headed to Aurora? A lot of chatter about that. Have you heard
but we're going to
anything
be
about
going
that?
live later too
Yeah, the connection is just not good.
about what I didn't see his comment.
About the Hells Angels allegedly coming to
Oh, the
Aurora?
Hell's Angels. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just on Red Supremes. Red Supreme was just talking about it. Yeah, the Red Supreme. It was just live like an hour or two ago talking about it. I don't really know too much about it. I wouldn't be surprised because they're mainly attacking the white folks that's in that area. They're not
Uh-huh.
really messing with us per se. The way the media is blowing it up, it's like, oh, it's all out war on the black folks in Aurora. No, it's not like that. For those that's not from here, it's a little relatively small area that these Venezuelans are taking over. It's not like they're taking over the whole city of Aurora. Aurora is actually pretty big land wise. I mean, it's not as big as LA, but it's not too far off. Land wise, it's pretty
Hmm.
sprawled out. So the area in question is in North Aurora. And historically, North Aurora, they call it North Division, has been historically black because
Hmm.
that's just where we were allowed to live. Prior to 1970, Aurora was a sundown town.
Oh,
Quiet as it's
wow.
kept, it's still a sundown town. They have a whole dissent decree right now that's been in effect for the past 2 years, and our people still getting uh, peeled off by the APD. We just
Mm.
lost my
What?
homeboy's brother, Kylan Lewis. We had lost our Dale Richardson. Of course, we lost Elijah McClain. But
Hmm.
that's nothing new in Aurora. I mean, if you're black in Aurora, you got to watch out for the police, and now you got to watch out for the damn illegal immigrants. Really
Wow.
coming after us. They coming after them white folks that stay in the area. So that's why the Hell's Angels is coming out here supposedly,
Oh,
because
they
as
want to
y'all know,
protect their
Hell's Angels is
people.
a white supremacist gang,
Hmm.
biker gang. So they can, yeah, they're not coming to help us. Kaufman sitting up there talking about, well, we don't know what to do. We didn't know this was a problem. You a damn lie, Kaufman. Kaufman's a lie. Johnston's a lie, and Jarzynski. Those are the main ones that I know that's been interviewed by the local
The
media and
media.
national media. They're lying. They're lying through their teeth.
Yeah, and I saw a
Can't
couple
be
of the
taken
city
serious. Nothing
council.
they're saying.
Some of the city council people out there was even questioning what they were saying, how they were reporting on it. It was like, nah, because they were trying to say that one of the buildings
Was
was
abandoned.
being condemned because of code violations and all that. Even people on the city council was like, nah, there's more than that going on. We got a problem with these Venezuelan gangs. That's what's really happening out here. But I appreciate the update, my brother, man. We gonna chop it up with you again, man. We'll plan a collaboration so we can do an official official broadcast and really chop up some game, man. I appreciate you coming on and giving us the update. All right.
Okay,
Bye.
also, I want to let you family know we going live later on this evening. It'll be about 8:30 y'all time
Okay.
on StreamYard. So I'll just shoot you the link sincere,
I was just gonna say that. Send me
and
the
then
link.
y'all can just hop on from there.
And y'all make
I
sure
will
that y'all
nicely.
subscribe to the channel.
You want me?
You can DM it to me.
Y'all make sure that y'all subscribe to his channel. He's in the chat. All you gotta do is click on his thing in the chat and hit the subscribe button as well. That's our brother out there in Colorado.
Jesse Paris.
All right. Let's see. Boom. All right, cool. All right, so should I play the video now?
Yes, play the video. People are waiting on the video. I know for sure Black Voltron's waiting on it because he started. Here, play the video.
And shout out to Black Voltron for the super chat, by the way.
Appreciate you, family.
Definitely appreciate that. And so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play this video. Again, this is the Plandemic remix produced by my brother DJ RP Beats, featuring my homegirl Aida. It's available on all streaming platforms now. Y'all can go run the streams up on your favorite platforms and all of that. And yeah, we're gonna watch the little visual that we put together real quick, and then we'll get into the main topic for today. So let's get into it. Let's see how this screen share shit works out this time around.
Right.
I'm gonna take us off actually.
mRNA vaccines are a powerful way to protect. mRNA vaccines are a powerful way to protect our bodies against infectious diseases.
We gotta talk about this, John.
Here's a little story that must be told.
Who shot you? The nurse or the doctor? That needle in your arm was a wicked concoction. Moderna or Pfizer? Remember what I heard from Elijah. It's written in your scripture that the devil's a liar. Something to think about when you're watching the news. All of a sudden you're fearful and you're kind of confused. If Alan Dershowitz isn't a silent murderer, then why he won't debate reason Islam? This ain't the worst of it. It's just the tip of the iceberg. Let me remind you, who's really calling the shots in Wuhan, China? That paper mask make you feel protected. You scared to visit your parents and now they feel neglected. You blame Trump, but that was Biden and you still rejected. Or should I give you the science on how they steal elections? I digress, but here's something to digest. These white supremacists dying off, quiet as kept. I digress, but here's something to digest. These white supremacists dying off. Plandemic. Plandemic. Freedom to choose, freedom to rules. The question we all gotta ask: what is freedom to you? From me to you, it's the freedom to move, but freedom ain't free. What's the value of freedom to you? Freedom to choose, freedom to rules. The question we all gotta ask: what is freedom to you? From me to you, it's the freedom to move, but freedom ain't free. What's the value of freedom to you?
You keep telling me about your grandma. You can't see it because of no damn shot. And now you got 5 of them in your arm, catching COVID with your mom, and before you know it, she can die. You gon' let her kick the bucket on her own, breathless and alone, like she fucking up a song. Or you gon' be mature and suck it up because you were wrong. If health is a priority, why you stuck at home? They ain't even test that vax before they gave it to you. Or did they test it and pretend they just now made it for you? Could lose a job if you ain't jabbed, that's how the taters moving. Refusing knowledge for a bag, that's some contagious food. Feminism was pushing that pro-choice shit, but won't respect my decision or what my choice is. Imagine that, you'll deny me from making wages. Calling Trump a Nazi for taking orders from racists. Make it make sense, make me a believer. Your leaders, they're not deceivers, cause they never honor treaties. If you get my damn just play through your speakers, it's needed, cause ain't nobody else rapping about our freedom. Sincere and DJ RP are clapping in favors. Quiet down, have a seat at the master's table.
Freedom to choose, freedom to rules. The question we all gotta ask: what is freedom to you? From me to you, it's the freedom to move, but freedom ain't free. What's the value of freedom to you? Freedom to choose, freedom to rules. The question we all gotta ask: what is freedom to you? From me to you, it's the freedom to move, but freedom ain't free. What's the value of freedom to you?
Everything you couldn't be.
Everybody was talking about bizarre composure in the face of these Nazis.
Yes, indeed.
The visuals are fire. The song is fire, obviously, but the visuals, y'all killed that.
Yes, indeed. That is the Plandemic remix produced by DJ RP Beats featuring Aida. And again, it is available on all streaming platforms. Shout out to my brother RP Beats in the building
He
right
in the
now.
building.
Everybody shout out my brother DJ RP Beats in the chat. Man, yeah. And Nat Turner, you was asking about Dr. Ma'at earlier. She said Dr. Ma'at is the one that put you on to the music and all of that, but we don't ever shout her out. That's Dr.
Awesome.
Ma'at's voice on the track. When you hear the sister that say sincere love to God, that's actually Dr. Ma'at saying that right there. So yeah, that's our beloved sister right there, man.
Yeah.
We haven't had her on the Godcast. We've tried a few times. We just haven't been able to get on the same page to get her on the Godcast. But we've done a few Instagram lives together, stuff like that.
Hmm.
Appreciate it. Yeah, y'all go run them streams up, man. Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, all of
All
that
of
good
them.
stuff. All of that good stuff. All
Can y'all
right,
hear all
so
that noise in my family, by the way?
yeah, we hear them. They turned up over there.
Yeah,
They turned up over there.
they are.
All right, we see the fire emojis coming through. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, we're
Appreciate
about
y'all.
to light a fire under these Democrats' asses and run them up out of here too, though. I was up, like, I don't feel like I could sleep after midnight. I stayed up, to the end. And then, of course, I was on Tariq's space last night. And I just felt like I couldn't even sleep well last night with everything that was on my mind and what these people did, to kill that bill. Um, as everybody was saying, what happens in California, happens everywhere. And so it's like,
Yeah,
what I'm saying? How goes California goes the
it's a
world. And
bad. Yeah, it's a bad.
yeah.
It's a
So yeah,
bad
that
precedent. But I didn't.
very.
I didn't get to hear his broadcast from last night. So yeah. Well,
Amina
first.
Moore was there. She came in and spoke because she was live, there in Sacramento. So she was actually there as things were happening in real time. So she did come in to give us a report, on what was going on and basically confirm, the pettiness of the California legislators because they did not author the bill. So basically it came down to that. They actually lied. I'm not sure if his first name, but Brad something, the
Yeah.
one who authored the bill, basically they lied and said that he basically, I forget the term because I have my notes, but they're in my iPad. But basically, he put the bill to the side, right? He came back and he was tweeting in real time saying that is a lie. I did not. Remove, the bill, basically saying I don't want it on the floor. Someone within the California legislative did that
But
and tried to lie on him.
they
Yeah.
tried to say he didn't want it on the floor.
Yeah, they tried to say that he pulled it, and that was not the case. And he was live tweeting that because they were running with that narrative, and he live tweeted that that did not happen. And so, yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot going on last night, with that.
All right. So just to bring people who don't know nothing about what's going on up to speed with what's taking place, um, State Senator Stephen Bradford,
Hmm.
who was a
Him.
part of the reparations task force out in California, along with
Hmm.
Camilla Moore and some other folks. They did like a 2-year study. The task force was approved by Gavin Newsom. They did like a 2-year study showing, the harm
The
and
need.
the need for compensation and all of that. They concluded their study last year, I believe, like last summer sometime. They
Hmm.
concluded the study on that, and now it's time to move forward. You know what I'm saying? And so there was this House committee taking place, this Assembly committee taking place
Hmm.
Friday and Saturday, which is the deadline to bring bills to the floor.
Right.
Saturday was the final deadline to bring bills to the floor that you want to push for your constituency. And so um, Stephen Bradford had put together these two bills. I don't remember the name of the bills offhand, but he put together these two bills, getting the language correct, like my sister said earlier,
Hmm.
making sure that it's lineage based and making sure that it's not about more studying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He put the bill together like, okay, this is the actions that need to be taken. These are the people that need to be compensated. And the people who are part of the congressional, the
The California
California,
Legislative Black Caucus.
right, California Legislative Black Caucus were kind of upset that he kind of went on his own to get the bills done, instead of
But like
waiting on everybody.
But like Camila said, they had the same time. If they what they were saying was one, you know, he put a bill forth on his own and didn't basically give them time to do one. You guys had the same time he had. And
Yeah,
you guys also knew that this meeting was going to happen. You know what I'm
right,
saying? So to kind of blame it on him that, he didn't give you guys time, to review it or, create your own bill. You had the same kind of time that he had. You guys sat on your asses, on your hands, and purposely did nothing because you knew this day was coming.
right. Which means he started getting busy because he saw that y'all weren't going to do anything.
Right.
So he said, let me not wait. Let me do what I know how to do.
Right.
Put this together. He got the support that he needed. Like Camilla was saying, there was going to be enough people to vote.
Right.
If it would have been brought to the floor, there were enough people in support of it that they would have got the votes that would have been needed to bring it to
Correct.
Gavin Newsom's desk.
Right.
Right. From what I understand, at that point, all Gavin Newsom would have had to do was sign off on it. The pressure would have been on
Correct.
him.
But he also, so there were some pages, if I'm not mistaken, page 17 or 18 or 16 or 17, within the bill that Gavin Newsom actually wanted to change. Right. So he brought
Which
up
is
some stuff.
common.
Yeah. So
That
they were
happens with all
playing
bills.
games together. Newsom's bullshitting, and so are they, to be honest.
But the thing is, that happens all the time with bills,
Right.
where people don't like everything that's in it. They want to revise it or change things here and there. But they should have put that on Gavin Newsom. They
Hmm.
took all of the pressure off of Gavin Newsom, and
Exactly.
became literal shields to take the bullets and all of the heat for what's coming down now and the backlash that's coming now. They were willing to, die on that sword, die on that
Well,
hill.
I don't think so because I don't think that they believe fat meat greasy because I think that they feel like the ones that are complaining are just on X. The ones that are complaining are not really the ones that are showing up. And to a degree, it is true because we do a lot of bitching and complaining. Look what happened here in Los Angeles with those Hispanics, who was calling that black kid a monkey and saying that we ain't going to support him because he's going to help the blacks. Only one of them stepped down. The other one is still in his seat right now today. And black LA is quiet, y'all. I feel like hell should still be getting kicked up right now, and it's not. So I think that they feel the same thing is going to happen. They
And
don't
I
believe
do
that we're going to do anything or hold them accountable. I don't think that they believe fat meat's greasy.
I do agree with you on that. And I actually wanted to show an example of why I believe that is the case too. Because when I first saw the footage of people at the assembly protesting or whatever, um, hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick. And I know I probably got to refresh my page, but hold on. Let me find it real quick. The video, is that it? No. Dang, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Hold on, y'all. Y'all bear with me 1 second. I just
And
had
while
it.
he's doing that, make sure you guys are liking and sharing this broadcast. We appreciate y'all. Even if you already have shared it, just keep hitting that share button. That does help us get into the algorithm and let YouTube know that people are watching, and also helps promote um, the YouTube channel.
But hold on, you posted it, right?
I think I did. It should be on my timeline.
Let me go to your page. Be easier to do it that way. And while I'm pulling it up, I'm gonna go ahead and refresh my page so I can get the volume back, so I can get the sound back. All right.
Y'all see me? Because I'm over here just like biting on my nails and stuff. But Sincere's going to be right back. I think he had to refresh. So it took him off the page. There he is. There he is.
All right. So I'll show the video and then I'll tell y'all what my thoughts was.
Reparation. Yeah. 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 Reparation. And so this is why I say yes, I agree with you when you say that they don't believe fat meat greasy, because when I first looked at it, I'm like, okay, where everybody at? You know what I'm saying? It's probably
Mhm.
like 20, 30 people out there,
Right.
25, 30 people out there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that ain't enough. Now I understand it was kind of last minute that we got the word out and the call to action and all that. That kind of came last minute, so a lot of people didn't know about it. I
And
also
I'm
agree
six
with,
hours from Sacramento, by the way. In the car, if I drive to Sacramento, that's a 6 hour drive for me.
and a lot of people did make that drive. By the way, a lot of people there
Right.
actually came from LA,
Yep.
and so I agree with Dr. Ma'at said in the comment section. She was like, love to see what's happening, but don't like to see the elders on the front line like that.
Right.
Like it's definitely should be way more young people out there making some noise. You know what
Agreed.
I'm saying? And so I actually had to take a look at the demographics out there in San Francisco, though. And San Francisco is like less than 6% black. I mean, not San
Right.
Francisco, Sacramento,
Mm-hmm.
where this meeting was held at. It's only like less than 6% of the people out there that's black. So I'm like, okay, that kind of explains the lack of numbers. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And so is that the reason why it's out there in the first place, or is that,
Possibly because it should have been here in LA.
yeah, I don't know, what the
Remember, they did
significance
have a
of.
meeting in Northridge last Tuesday. Last Tuesday, but that was just a meeting on reparations. But this was like where the assembly has met, to put it, try to get it into sign into law, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know why it was not enough people. But as Camila said, there was enough to get the vote, and they failed to
Right,
do that.
right. They didn't want to bring it to the table at all. They didn't want to bring it to the
Right.
floor at all. They completely sabotaged the situation for whatever reason. There's no reason that
Self
would make it make
interest,
any type of sense.
self interest, and doing the bidding for their master.
Shout out to Mama Love for the super sticker. Appreciate you, Mama
Thank you,
Love.
Mama.
Yeah, man. And so, we looking at this and we like, okay, this is supposed to be the California Legislative Black
They
Caucus.
should take Black out their name.
What's the purpose of we have no black representation in
Mm-mm.
our government whatsoever.
Whatsoever. Hence why when Marcel has been screaming from the rooftop, I'll say what, for the last 3 years, 4 years, run for office, run for office. You got to get off Twitter. We can't keep complaining. We need individuals to run for office. We have to run for these seats if we're going to make a difference.
Right,
And support candidates too. The support financially helps, of course. Getting behind people. I don't feel like I can run, but as you know, I do help financially. I do help, with mailers or, phone banking. So there's things that we can do, but for those out there who feel like, you are that man or that woman, that can run, get up and run. We have to get up and run. Right. Go. Otherwise, it's a mute point.
right, right. And when it comes to
Who's this GP
right, and
person?
when it comes to things like these type of protests, God damn, why the hell? What happened? I don't know, but Jesse Paris, you can get GP up out of here for me, please, if you will, sir. Um, yeah, we ain't doing that type of nonsense. Yeah, stream y'all still didn't fix this issue, man. Y'all still didn't fix this issue. But I'm gonna play this without the sound anyway,
Okay.
because this is just an example. Of what I was gonna say was we need to get we need to get more organized when it comes to these protests and things of that nature as well. You know, showing up in larger numbers and being more
Right.
organized. Yeah, Jesse, can you get GP up out of here, man? Let me see. Let me see. Oh yeah, I got it. I got him. I got him. He's gone, or she's gone, or whoever that was. They gone. But you know, when it came to this ceasefire, this is at the same place, the California
Right.
Legislative Session. When it came to the ceasefire, you know, you got to give people credit. They was very organized. They showed up in large numbers, and they made their voices heard. You know what I mean? Very loud and clear. And there's no sound here, but I just want y'all to see the numbers.
Right.
It's
She in the bathroom.
it's an ad playing. Hold on. It's an ad playing. Hold on, y'all. Oh yeah, I got you.
I think they
Let me
showed
let
up
this.
there too, if I'm not mistaken.
I can't do the wrench thing from here, but I got you, Black Voltron. Hold on. Let me. I'm just letting the ad play, and then I'm gonna show y'all the video.
Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. And you notice
So
they're
they
not
use
doing a
our
lot of
blueprint.
chanting.
Yeah, they singing ceasefire now, ceasefire now.
Oh, okay.
They use our blueprint. We created the blueprint for these type of protests. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to human justice and all of that. And they picking up the game that we put down. And so we gotta be on that.
We got to be on the same type of time in large numbers in unison. Everybody can't be all over the place. And I think that from what I'm seeing and hearing, just last night, I was in several spaces just listening in. You still have a lot of people who are disgusted, right, with what the Democrats did yesterday. But there was someone who got on and said, but I still hate MAGA more than I hate the Democrats. And I'm sitting here like, MAGA ain't the one that just stopped this. You know what I'm saying? So how is it that you hate MAGA more than you hate what these people just did, to dead a bill, our reparations fight? You know what I'm saying? Not to say that the fight is over, you know what I'm saying? But I just felt away, about the things that were said last night. I don't know if you caught what I said, but in one of the spaces, there was someone that came in and said that they hate MAGA more than they hate, I guess, the Democrats. And I'm saying everybody, and a lot of people were like, yo, but it's the Democrats that just did what they did today. So how are you still on that? At some point, you have to separate party, from policy and who's doing what. You know what I'm saying? And what did MAGA do to you? Because MAGA was in office for 4 years and nothing happened to you. You still breathing. You still get whatever benefits you get. You still have your job, whatever. You still have your health care, all those things under MAGA. You still have 4 years later. So what is your beef? Not to say that he's done anything or, offering to do anything, but I'm just saying, how do you hate MAGA more than you hate the Democrats who just did what they did? Like, does that make sense?
Hmm. And I just want to show y'all this on the website of the California Legislative Black Caucus. This is
Oh, yeah.
exactly what the problem is.
Yep.
Well,
I can
like
already.
right in the headline, before you even get into the website, you come here to see what these people are supposed to be about. This is the California Legislative Black Caucus. That's the name.
Right. Only
Says
by name.
the CLBC was formed in 1967 when African American members of the California legislature, under the leadership of Senator Mervyn Donnelly, joined together to address the concerns of African Americans and other citizens of color.
That's a lie. In 1967, we know that's a lie.
But I'm just saying, they let you know right
what
off
they're
top.
about.
They let you know right off top. We're not here to represent you niggas. We're not here to represent you niggas. We representing ourselves, and we gonna make sure that the people of color get what they supposed to get in y'all name.
Right, including $150,000 towards home ownership.
Man, I mean, we don't even gotta go through this. We don't even gotta go through the website. Like, that's it right there. That's all you need to know.
Right.
That's all you need to know. But if you want to take a look at some of the people, some of the members, we could do that. Some of the current members, some of the people that blocked the bill. Shout out to Senator Bradford. He's the one that
Right.
put the two bills together to try to get something actually done. Some of these other people, I
Y'all
don't
know what
know.
somebody tried to do on my timeline yesterday? They only tried to single like the one white dude in there.
So the white dude, let me tell you about the white dude. Let's go to the white dude real quick.
He go up, go back
I,
up.
I missed him.
Yeah, right under there, right under them, right there.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go. Let me tell you about him, this guy, because I was checking these people out to see who was who and what's what. Now the interesting thing about him, he's the only one that actually has a track record of getting things done. Not saying for us,
Right.
not saying for us, but just the stuff that he puts forward, he actually gets stuff done according to what they show here on the website. Let me go down. Assemblyman Kevin McCarthy and Council Member Karina Talamontes distributed over 700 backpacks. Okay, no, that's just showing them giving away the backpacks. Where was the bio? There was like a little bio that I saw. Where is it?
But just to single this one white dude out when you have all those black people. You know what I'm saying? Not to say he don't get the smoke either, but niggas do not want to hold black people accountable. Accountability is the issue too.
For sure. For sure. I'm trying to find the shit that I was reading yesterday. It was like a little. It looked different on the computer than it looked on my phone. But when I clicked on his name yesterday, like a bio popped up to tell you, about these people. So let me see what happens when I click on these other ones. Because this,
I think she's Puerto Rican.
yeah, she's non-FBA.
Yeah, that's non-FBA right there.
She's non-FBA. It doesn't show their bios on here for some reason. When I was looking at this on my phone, it showed their bios. And so she said she identifies as a Black Latina.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing that on there. But with the white dude, like everybody's thing that I was reading, they were talking about all of the stuff that they were trying to do. That's the point I was trying to make. I can't find it right. They were talking about all of the stuff that they tried to do, and bills that they supported, and they voted for this way or that way. But with him, it was immediately talking about the history he made by getting things done.
Right.
He was the only one that I saw that on their page.
But what about the Republican? What about the Republican that pulled up and said, tried to get them, to vote on the bill? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's shameful.
We about to talk about that. But I wanted to just, point some of these people out to the family. And speaking of the white Republican that you're talking about, he's actually a Middle Eastern guy.
Yeah, he's a Middle Eastern guy. I think Lebanese. I think he's Lebanese.
Yeah. Muslim immigrant, Lebanese dude. He actually tried to bring the bills to the floor yesterday. Right. And this guy right here, Isaac Bryan, was the main one telling him, please don't do this. Please don't do this.
It's on camera.
Please don't do this. See, I forgot some of the things that I wanted to point out about these people.
He was saying, please don't do this because Massa ain't gonna give me my biscuit.
Right. Yo, it was crazy. Like, it was a crazy thing to see. But we could play some of the videos if we get our sound back. Play some of the videos so people can actually see what we're talking about. But yeah, so the one person that actually tried to bring the bills to the floor was a pale Arab Republican.
Republican. Yep.
And his
Embarrassing,
name,
right?
what's his name? Assalis, Bill Assalis or something like that.
You would think he would have been in opposition of the bill.
Right. And this is the
Even if he
reason
doesn't
why
support
we say,
reparations, because I don't think he supports reparations. By the way, he doesn't support reparations, but he's still being fair. The bill still should be, it should be heard and voted on. Period.
mm. And I didn't hear that part about
He
him
didn't
not
say
supporting
that, but he
reparations.
tweeted something about it later. So yeah,
Find the tweet. I want to know what he said.
hopefully I
Because
saved it. Hold
that,
on.
that 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 makes it even more interesting if he's not for reparations. Because I heard him saying something. He was talking about all of this stuff that y'all giving to the migrants. These people actually deserve it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
He
like
was
it.
he was on their head. He was on their head. But this is the reason why we say we better off trying our chances with the Republicans. We got a better chance of getting some tangibles out the Republicans because you have plenty of people on the Republican side like this. They say, whenever we talk about all of this stuff that the Democrats ain't doing, a lot of the pushback that you get, well, you damn sure the Republicans damn sure ain't gonna do it. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. They just might. They just might. And the reason why they just might, and I talk about this all the time, is because the white supremacy on the left is way more sophisticated because they actually understand that white supremacy is a farce. They understand exactly who we are as Black people, and they know exactly who they are. They know that they can't compete on an even playing field. So they understand that they need a system in place in order for them to maintain their place at the top. They have to keep us at the bottom systematically. But a lot of the white supremacists on the right, they believe white supremacy is like a God-given thing. They believe that's real. They don't believe that they actually need an unfair game in order to win. So they'll fuck around and give up some tangibles. That's what I believe. That's the way I see it. And some of their behavior actually shows improve. And this guy's a good example. Bill Assaili is I think is how you say his name.
Right. Let me see.
I want to show y'all this video. I can't find nothing today. Y'all gotta bear with me. Shoot, where is it?
Hopefully this came up.
He was speaking to somebody. Somebody was interviewing him. I think this might be it right here. Yeah, I believe this is it right here. Let me show y'all this. Boom. All right, let me play this.
Democrats in California colluded with Newsom with not introducing reparations bills and lying to Black people.
Well, the voice that y'all going to hear speaking is Bill Assalis, the Republican that was trying to get the reparations bill to the floor.
We don't have money for this group. That's not fair. I don't think that's fair. So that was my motive. So what I did when I had the opportunity, I asked that the item be taken up. It was on the file. It was eligible to be taken up and voted. I don't know if you guys watched the video, but I made the request to take up item. I think it was 71, and they went into total chaos. I mean, I don't know if you saw, but they basically everything stopped for about 5-10 minutes so they could figure out what to do. And then they came back.
You called them on it publicly, and we appreciate that, man.
And I had everyone coming up to me, please don't do this, please don't do this.
Wow. Hold on, wait, hold on, Bill. Who was saying to you on the Democratic side that you could cite that was saying, don't do this?
Well, the main one was Isaac Bryan.
Somebody write his name down, fam.
We got it.
And that's the guy he sent you a video of.
No, we got
it.
That's him right there. That's him right there.
The Black.
And so he was going pretty hard up in there.
Right.
He was going pretty hard up in there to try to get this bill to the floor. Whatever his motives may be, Is he clout chasing for himself or whatever? I don't even care.
Right.
If you willing to allocate some tangibles to foundational Black Americans in order to chase clout, chase all the clout you need to
For all
chase.
you want time, man.
Chase
And I sent you
all
that
the clout
tweet.
you need to chase.
I also sent you that tweet that he did. It's kind of long, but it's in the materials.
All right, let me see what he said, because that right there sounds like somebody who support reparations to me. All right, let me see what the tweet says real quick. All right, and this is a tweet from the Republican Bill Asalee. He says, I want to be clear about what happened last night in the California legislature and my views on the issue of reparations. For years, the Democratic Party has been promising to pay direct cash reparations to Americans who have been harmed by slavery. That's a lie.
Right.
That's not true. They have never promised direct cash payments for slavery. They've never done that.
Nope.
They've never even made that promise. So that's not true. They convinced voters they were serious about this proposal and that they would enact legislation to make it happen. Not really. They've never really done that. But
Nope.
when the time came to pass the bills, they went into hiding and refused to bring the bills to the floor for a vote. Now, as maybe he's referring to the that legislature specifically.
Right.
Maybe he's referring to them, not the
I do believe
Democrats.
he's talking about the California legislature.
Okay,
That's
well that
how I
makes
took
sense.
it. Yeah.
That makes sense. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, that must
Mhm.
be what he's saying, because that makes sense. Because
Yeah.
this is supposedly has been on their agenda for a while. Like I said, when I was going through the website and I was reading about these to see who these people were and all of that, they've been talking about this for a while, and they
Right.
have been promised. They have been making these promises. That legislature in particular. But I thought at first he was referring to the Democratic Party in general, but he's talking about the California legislator. Legislative Black Caucus in particular. That makes sense. So let me continue. When the time came to pass the bills, they went into hiding and refused to bring the bills to the floor for a vote. There were hundreds of activists in the Capitol being visibly ignored by the Democrats in Sacramento. Okay, so there was more people than what I seen.
Right.
Okay, good. They weren't even allowed to enter the public gallery to watch the proceedings. I've never seen that. Right, because we've seen hundreds of people inside the gallery protesting for the ceasefire.
Exactly. They got
in.
in.
We just showed y'all that. I've met with several members of the public there to support the bills. I found them to be sincere, honest, and deeply frustrated Americans. I believed there should be a debate and a recorded vote on the issue. Politicians cannot be allowed to make promises to the people who elect them and then hide like cowards when it's time to go on record. At minimum, the people were owed a hearing and an opportunity to know where their elected representatives stand on the issue.
Correct.
I have always been clear about my views. I have not been supportive of California taxpayers paying for the wrongs of slave states. Perhaps slave states and the Democratic Party who fought for slavery should be financially responsible, is what he meant. However, I do believe we need to have a conversation about making direct investments and important policy changes into communities that have been harmed by past injustices. This is a conversation Republicans are very much open to having. It's unconscionable that Democrats this year have spent billions on handouts to illegal immigrants, including giving them free universal health care and down payment assistance to buy a new home. These are people who broke our laws and just showed up in our country. If we have billions to give to illegal immigrants, then why don't we have billions to invest in our own American communities? In the coming weeks, I intend to have meaningful, serious, and productive conversations on this topic. My message to Black Americans is do not blindly support any political party or politician simply because of the letter next to their name. Make them earn your vote. All 80 members of the California Assembly are up for election this November. That's your opportunity to make your voices heard. Hey, I don't got a problem with nothing he said. You know, the part about California taxpayers not being shouldn't be responsible for paying the debt of slavery.
We paying everything else. We'll
Right.
pay this too.
Right, but I disagree with that just based on the fact that even though we know California wasn't on paper a slave state, they did
Right.
support slavery with the Fugitive Act, the you
Yeah.
know
Yep.
the
Yep.
Fugitive Act and all of that. There
Biddy
were people
Mason had to fight
enslaved,
here for her freedom. Remember?
right. There were people enslaved in California.
In
They
San
just turned. They
Bernardino
just
by the
looked the other way.
Mormons. Yep. Yep.
They just looked
Yep.
the other way. And so yeah, I would disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? But again, other than that, I don't got a problem with nothing that he said. This
Right.
is a damn Republican.
And it's embarrassing that a Republican is the one who had to stand up and say that.
Show me any Democrat anywhere in the country talking like that.
Right. We'll wait.
What the hell are y'all supporting? Y'all vote blue no matter who, people. What the hell are y'all supporting at this point?
They don't even
Please
know.
enlighten us. Please let us know. Because this don't make no sense whatsoever.
Let's
Having a
hear my
white man
phone.
propose the bill over other black legislative is nasty work. Not just over black legislators, but who are supposed to be the black caucus.
Right.
Their constituency are the black voters and the black taxpayers of California.
That's who
The
voted them
people who
in.
they're supposed to be representing.
Right. My phone's gonna die.
That's all right. We done here, man. We could wrap this one up. I just want to know what people are supporting, man, at this point, man.
Their own demise.
Oh
Their own
man.
subjugation.
Make it make sense. Make me a believer. Yeah, we about to get out of here, man. Y'all go stream Plandemic Remix. Is available on all streaming platforms. Y'all go run it up. The video is on my YouTube channel, on the Sincere Love to God channel. Share that out. Share that out on Facebook, Twitter, and all of that, man. We'll be back here on Wednesday.
We'll be here Wednesday with Knowledge Born Allah.
Knowledge Born on Law. Shout out to my brother Knowledge Born on Law. He'll be here for the Black Business Showcase this Wednesday.
Yeah.
And again, anybody that's watching this, if you live or if you're watching this on a replay, and you are a black business owner or entrepreneur and you would like to be featured on the Black Business Showcase, send me or Nicety Girl a DM, or you can slide us an email, godcastenterprises@gmail.com. Let us know what you got going on so we can get you on the schedule for the Black Business Showcase. Cori Bush lost her job fighting for Gaza, beefing with Israel. Right.
Well, she was in the wrong fight. She was in the wrong fight anyway.
These people go hard for all these other issues.
Mm-hmm.
Where are these people to block all of these issues where tangibles are being allocated to these migrants?
Right.
Where are these people to block that from happening? You know what I'm saying? Where are these people making noise about all of this money being sent to Israel and all these other places, Ukraine and all these other places? Ain't nobody trying to block that.
Nope. They'll tell you quick what they can't do.
With the exception of Stephen Bradford and a few others, we FBAs have no representation here in California or the United States. Yeah, shout out to Stephen Bradford.
Right.
Appreciate what he tried to do.
Now he is the one that's the minister out there in is it Sacramento or is he in San Francisco? I can't remember. But he's a minister, am I correct?
His name sounds familiar.
Right. It just seems like he's that minister. I remember something about him previously. Vaguely remember.
I think I just recognize his name from the task.
Right. Maybe.
Why I remember his name. But I ain't out there in California, so I wouldn't know.
Well, again, I will be organizing. Like I said, we're going to get these people up out of here. We ain't got time. I'm pissed off enough that I'm about to get off my ass, and do what I can to do something about it. And I hope everybody does the same. If you're not in the LA area, and you're just in any part of California, Organize your own groups. We need to come up with our own packs as well. You know, these are conversations that we're having so that we can get the representation that we need to get bills passed, that we need to get our reparations, to get our tangibles. So we see that the current representation isn't going to do it. We got to get off our asses and make it happen.
Yes, indeed. And so that does it for today's episode of Sincere Love the Godcast. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Again, like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. We'll see y'all on Wednesday. Always remember, we are not the master teachers, family. We are only the master students and signal boosters for the voices of the new Black media. Peace and Black love.
Yeah, like that. Let's see what's in the God's mind. Listen.